Good afternoon. It's, I don't know, about 4ish I think. It's Wednesday the 30th of April and it is midweek, not a weekend. I noticed the bank holiday weekend coming up and I thought, well, the following weekend's 10 tours, so this weekend will be busy, so I thought I'd just come up now for a quick overnighter. Been meaning to try to get out for the last 6 months. I think my last camp was in September. I did try and go again, but issues, I've had some personal issues going on, and recently, the last 5 or 6 weeks, I've had a bit of a knee injury. Nothing major. I could walk all right, but going up or down stairs was a bit of an issue, caused a lot of discomfort. I've sort of got that fixed now, so I thought I'd just come out now for a quick overnighter. I'm not intending to walk too far. I'm currently stopped off in Blackatour Copse, walking up through the West Open Valley. I'm making my way to Lince Tor, so I may camp in my usual spot or go up top of the Tor, but I'll see when I get there. So try not to do anything too strenuous this weekend, but it is nice to get out. Been itching to do this for about the last 2 months, so at least the weather's good. And I've been followed by some cuckoo. He's now currently down the river there, but he's kind of followed me all the way from Meldon. So keep going like this and I will go in cuckoo myself. So anyway, a couple of new things to try out today, but I'll show you that when I get up there and pitch up. But I'll catch you all in a bit. It's 5 o'clock now and I've just got to the area where I usually pitch up. My intention was to go up behind me up towards the top of Lince Tor, but it has been quite windy up this afternoon, and where I am at the moment is quite sheltered from the wind. And secondly, as I did mention, my knee hasn't been too good lately. It's been alright up here walking, but it has twinged a few times now, and even now just standing still it's kind of throbbing a little bit, so I don't want to push it too much, especially not on my first trip out. So I'll probably end up pitching here tonight. So I'm going to get the shoulder up and unpack my gear and show you what I've got with me this time. Alright, I've unpacked everything out, my shelter is up, and the shelter you can see there is my 6 Moon Designs Gatewood Cape, along with the 6 Moon Designs Serenity Net. Quite a good combination. Do enjoy using this one. Space wise compared to the Luna Solo, it is less obviously using that net, but it's a good one. I don't think it's good in strong winds, but then again, other people said it is. So inside there tonight, or today, or whatever, I'm using the Cumulus 250 quilt, along with the multi-mat, self-inflating mat. I've got my head over in a pair of gloves there, insulated jacket, which I'll show you in a minute, and another bag of spare socks, underwear, and a long wool top. Obviously, water bottles with purifying kit in my pegs. My little red bag is my electronics bag. That's head torch, power bank, spare batteries for the head torch, cables, pocket radio, and spare batteries for the camera. A bag of food, some new stuff in there which I'll show you in a minute. Whiskey flask and a can of Coke for later on. I'm running the ever new 900 pot, and I'm using biofuel, and the stove system I'm using is new, which I'll show you in a minute. Everything else is in my rucksack, such as like my hygiene kit, which is obviously toilet paper and wash stuff, first aid kit, full set of waterproofs and gaiters, and my spoon I believe is in there. So a few other bits and pieces like insect repellent, sunblock, some pegs, strings, spare lighter and stuff in there. But let me sort out the food for my cook set and I'll show you the jacket next. Right, you have to excuse me in the shadow there, I do apologise, no one likes to look at me anyway. The jacket there, if I can get out of the shadow, is it's new to me, but it's actually second hand. This is the current Royal Naval issue cold weather jacket. Obviously I've got jackets which are a bit warmer than that, but it's quite a nice design. I got it pretty cheap, mainly because it was damaged. There was a rip along there which I've sewn up. You've got pockets lower down, you've got one arm pocket, and there's an internal pocket, and it is a good quality one because looking at the label, it's made by Corinthia and it's a Lig which is a light insulation garment. Supposed to be down to good enough, down to probably near about 0. So yeah, I've had it for a little while. I've worn it in cold weather. It is pretty good. It is quite warm. There's no hood on this one, but there is an elasticated waist. But yeah, overall good jacket. Packs down into one of its own pockets, which I'll probably do tonight, because unfortunately I've got no pillow anymore. So I'll probably pack that one up and shove it inside my head over. So if anyone's got any good recommendations for a new inflatable pillow, please let me know, because my other one's split open. So let me sort out the food next, and I'll show you that. Right, food wise, I thought I'd keep it simple. What I want to try this time is that a lot of people have been reviewing is these Frey Bentos boil in the bag things. So I've got a pasta bolognese. If I'm also hungry with that, I've got some mash, but obviously the mash is out of date. If that all goes wrong and I can't get on with it, I always have a backup meal. This time it's a something to eat, salmon and broccoli pasta. I've also got a cup of soup and a mug shot if I'm still hungry. Breakfast tomorrow is a flapjack and maybe a Nature Valley or that Fruisley bar and a cup of tea. And then I've got a flapjack and a Mars bar and something else to snack on. Little pouch here has got salt and pepper and some spare matches in, and some puree tabs. And drink wise, some tea bags, sugar, milk powder, which is out of date, hot chocolate, which is also out of date, and 2 fruit drinks. But the milk powder is fine. I have been trying it this week. So let me pack that away and I'll show you the new cooking setup I'm using. Right, my cook system this time, I've tried to keep it pretty simple. Got a folding spoon as a spare, because I do have a long handle titanium, some kitchen towel, lighter, scouring pad, my collapsible mug, obviously my ever new 900ml titanium pot. The burner to use with the EcoFuel is an SBP 30ml burner. I do have the whatever they call it, the simmer ring as well. And the burner in question, sorry, the screen in question is this one. It's a titanium one. It's made by a company called Vesuv, if I pronounce that right. That's V-E-S-U-V. They make them several sizes. This is a 900. They do one for the 600 of this and for the 1200. They also do them for a couple Tokes pots. So this one I got, I think it's from Valium Peak. Price wise, £25–30, but very lightweight. It comes like that with this velcro band around it, and obviously inside a bag. But from what I've tried recently, it works well with an SBB burner. 30ml of that EcoFuel got about, was it 500 or 600ml of water to a boil and kept it boiling for about 8 minutes. So that's going to be handy when I'm going to use that boil in the bag meal. So, but when I get it going later on, I'll show you what it looks like. Right, that's that Vesuv windscreen set up. Yes, it says Vesuv. And it's held together with 2 poppers. And obviously my burner's underneath. Waiting for some fuel to put in, and I'll get it going and I'll show you what it looks like when it's running. By going by the sound of that, that's certainly chugging away there. I think what I'll do is I'll turn it over in a sec, and I may even put the simmer ring on and see how it happens then. Right, that's all done now. I used about 350ml of water straight from the river, but I'll throw that away. So I got it to a boil, let it boil for a couple minutes, then I put the simmer ring on and let it go then for about 15. It's done a good job, it's piping up. So I've had some already. It is really nice. You do get nice bits of meat. The pasta's lovely. There's bits of onion, and I think there's a bit of pepper in there. But I was just thinking, compared to like these Wayfarer meals that you can get, I mean, this is £2 from B&M. Those Wayfarer are what, £6–7 each? And fair enough, they do breakfast meals, but if you just have them for an evening meal, I think this would be a good option. So it's not one I'd have all the time, but it's always handy to have as a backup or something. Anyway, I'm going to finish this off, then I'll have a brew, cup of tea, and probably a crunch bar. I didn't fancy doing any mash with this. I just wanted to try this as it is. And yeah, I'm going to finish the rest off now, and I'll catch you in a bit. It's just after 8 o'clock now, and the sun's gone down behind the hill. I was in sunshine a few minutes ago. I was hoping to dry my blue cloth because I've just cleaned out my ever new pot. but I'll leave it for a few minutes. So I've had my cup of tea in that crunch bar thing. I do like that windscreen with that pot. It is quite fuel efficient. The fuel I've got is that biofuel. It's called eco fuel. One thing I do find now, it certainly doesn't smell as bad as meths, but I find it sootier. It's no big deal to me. I mean, I think the soot on it actually helps the heat increase on it, but it's easy to clean off. You've got all this moss here, just wipe it off. But I know some people say to mix that stuff with water, I think like either 5% or 10% water, and that will reduce the soot. So I may give it a try, but taking into account what I've done this evening with it, I put in 30ml earlier to get it boiling and simmering that pasta bolognese. I blew it out, and then I've had a cup of tea, so I boiled about 350ml water again. I put in an extra 15ml of fuel in. It boiled the water and it was still going. There was still plenty in there. So I think I've probably used 35ml of fuel. I think there's still about 10 in that thing, but I can't measure out because it's in there. But yeah, it is quite efficient. And I only came with 2 125ml Nalgene bottles. So I'll probably go home with one full one tomorrow. But time will tell. So it's not a bad evening. Like I said, it is quite warm. If it stays clear, which I think it will do, and hopefully the moon doesn't come out, I may try to do some astrophotography tonight, but we shall see. If I don't speak to you again now, I'll catch you all in the morning, so see you then. I've got a visitor coming up. I think they give me a bit of a wave then as well. Unless they were telling me to piss off, but well, at least I've done that now rather than at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to get some sleep. But interesting. Yeah, it's about 9:15 now. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit dimmer. That helicopter's still flying around because he's already flown that way, and it sounds like he's coming back again now. So yeah, so I probably got that all flipping night. But I did go up and have a look. I can't see anybody, but there is a chap in a tent just up round the corner there. Didn't speak on, but I did see him earlier on getting some water. So it's cooled down a bit now. I've taken my shirt off and put on my insulated jacket. You can see it's not too bad. It fits well, nice elasticated cuffs. So anyway, I think it's time now to tap my can of Coke and have a few whiskies with it. Then hopefully I may try and do some night photography and stuff like that. But I've just noticed the moon is out, but he's very last crescent or whatever it is, but shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, just enjoy a few whiskies. Good morning. It's just gone 6:30, and yeah, it's not a bad morning. It's a bit cloudy as you can see, but it is quite warm. I'm now wearing my t-shirt and my shirt again, and I'm quite comfortable in that. So overall, not a bad night. Slept fairly okay. Did wake up this morning about 5:30, and I've been awake since, but that's courtesy of a skylark singing above my tent. So as you can see there, everything's packed away back in the bags. My quilt's packed, the mat's rolled up, my jacket's in the thing. So all I've got to do is put it back into my rucksack now and I'm now about to get some water on the go, have a cup of tea, and then have a flapjack or something for breakfast, and then I'll pack the rest of this away and head on. Alright, it's about 8 o'clock, well approaching 8 o'clock now. It's turning out to be quite a nice morning after all, and it is certainly warming up a bit now. So anyway, I've packed up. That is where I slept last night. I'm just going to double check the area, make sure I've not left any pegs behind. But usual thing, leave no trace. All my rubbish is in a bag in my rucksack, and I'll dispose of that when I find the nearest bin. So I'm going to check the area, put my rucksack on, and make my way up that way and head towards the Linz Tor and take it from there. Around these crossroads, I've just stopped here for a few minutes, had a drink of water. It is about 9:45, so still good time, but I have now decided rather than staying here until nearly 6 o'clock tonight, I'm going to leave 4 hours earlier. So what I might do now is I'll make my way back towards Oakhampton and pop in that cafe and have a fry up for my lunch. I don't want to go walking too much, I don't want to overdo my knee. It is twinging a bit every so often, but I can walk on it, which is good. So my intention now is to walk down to East Mill Tor, or towards it, and then probably head up and have a look at West Mill Tor, and then drop down and possibly go over to Row Tor, which is the one in the middle, and then make my way back past Oakhampton Camp. But as long as I can get there in the next 2.5 hours or so, then I'm on time. So right, let's press on. Right, this is Row Tor. It's basically up there, but I was going to stop there for a few minutes and have a cup of tea, but unfortunately there's about 50 school kids up there practicing rock climbing, so and you can get anywhere quiet. So I'm going to drop off down the side here now and make my way back to Oakhampton Camp. Right, I'm off the moor now. I'm just about heading to Oakhampton, get some lunch, have a nice fry up and that. So yeah, been a good overnighter. I've been waiting 6 months, 7 months since the last one. I've been trying to do it for the last 2 months. So yeah, thankfully the knee's held up. It is twinging a bit now, but I expected that anyway. Overall, yeah, good. Those new things I had worked well, so it's great to get out again. Hopefully I can do it all again soon. So if you like this one, give us a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, leave them in the box below and I'll get back to you. So from me, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers and gone.